Hey, this is Don.
All Things Paranormal.
Boy, sure is dark.
It kind of is.
Let me turn the light on.
Turn it up, yeah. We're still working on our set.
That's a lot better.
That's a lot better. Trying to get things the way it's supposed to be, because we had to leave the barbershop, and now we're in a different office. So we're hooking things up, moving around. This is our second
show.
COVID. Post-COVID, doing the COVID show.
Right.
So
bar movies that we've made or shot.
Well, yeah. Now we did do our stuff going out to New Mexico.
Yeah.
What else have we done right during this?
Oh, we did all kinds of stuff.
We did everything.
Jefferson.
Oh yeah, Jefferson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now if y'all need to get out there, y'all need to get out there to Jefferson. So.
Quick start though. In September the 18th, I think they're having a paranormal convention out in San Antonio. Y'all check it out if you want to go. It's like $45 a ticket, so they're short tickets too. So, and we're not getting any kind of kickback on that or anything. I'm just trying to keep y'all posted.
The sad part about it is we work.
And we work.
That's sad.
Yeah. So, man, hey, let's start it off. Here, give me a hand. Yeah, here a hand. All right, so we're back.
What are we doing? Our weekly. We went to like a bi-weekly show, and we had to stop during COVID. Everybody's just working too much, getting too tired. We're still doing the same thing. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. It's still pretty tough. Actually, it's worse now than it was back then. But we're going to start our weekly show. We're going to do weekly shows now.
Yeah, just to see how that turns out.
Because we like to try to get back doing the weekly stuff. Because guess what? We got a lot to say.
So hey, man, did y'all see our commercial?
Yeah,
that's pretty cool, huh?
That's right. Now, if y'all like that commercial, do us a favor. Send us in a story time, and guess what you get?
Man, you get the All Things Paranormal patent pending ghost detector business card.
Now, why is it a ghost detector?
And it sticks to the refrigerator.
It sticks to the fridge. Anything you know. Why is it a ghost detector?
Well, ghosts don't like all things paranormal.
That's right. Ghost does not like all things paranormal.
So guess what they do? They take it and they rip it right off the refrigerator and slap it on the floor.
And that tells you got a ghost.
That's right. So, hey.
Not proven.
That's not proven. Not proven, but it's patent pending.
We're working on it. So anyway, today our show is going to be over. I hope I spelled all that right.
Man,
I didn't even look at it. I just happened to send it up there. And I hope the grammar's right too. That was just a real quick thing to throw up there on the onto the extra picture. Just to try to get things going.
Well, is it spelled different if you got an entity in you, or you got up there and you're holding on to a dog or something?
Well, I don't know. We have to look at it. It could change its spelling.
Yeah.
But you just don't ever know. But and by the way, we are up here in the woods, so it's not really exactly worrying too much about spelling and punctuations.
Well, yeah. Well, some of us are. I gotta pick this up off the floor. I can't just leave our ghost detector down there.
No, you can't leave that down there.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, we're going to start off with possessions and
stages of.
And the stages of. So on the first stage, we're going to call it. It's going to be called. Now there's multi things. If you look it up, you got 3 stages, 5 stages, 15 stages. All kinds of stages of possessions and the stages of possessions. Now, and we're talking about demonic possession. We're not
holding on, not possession of the
not
of a $5 bill.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking about demonic possessions, and but we're just going to go through 3, and we're going to link a bunch of them together because it all seems to be. If you want to just start breaking things down into it, then it just gets it's more like what would you say? Counting hairs to make sure you had the coat. Something like that. So anyway, our first stage is infestations, and that's the starting off of the possessions, or the starting off of the demonic. Let's just say a haunting type thing, and that's where you start getting the knocks,
the doors
closing, things moving, and what happens is it's not really attacking the person itself, but it's doing things with more material stuff. It start moving chairs, knocking on doors, different things. In fact, one of the things I happened to be reading on it during this whole process of it, a long time ago, before their cell phones, phones would ring, and there would be nobody on there. Now, not every phone that rings, nobody on there is a demon calling, but because they had power lines and stuff like that, it would do something with it onto the phone, and the phone would ring three rings and it'd hang up. Now, I read a thing on that multiple times. So the first stage is an infestation, and let's just say this is not a haunted house, but this is a haunted house type stuff. This is all stuff that's not caused from an entity, from a ghost or something like that. This is all caused from a demon presence. A particular thing to, I don't know why, in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock, well, we do know why, because, the hours of 3, 6, and 12, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ on those particular times, the alternate of the 3 o'clock in the morning, the 3 o'clock during the day type things. There's multiple instances.
And that's stage one.
That's on stage one.
So there's what, 4 stages?
3 stages.
3 stages. So y'all had, that was 10 minutes to get that first stage out.
Okay.
As I told y'all last week, nobody could drag out
a particular stage,
a particular subject more than John can.
But
that's
because there's all this information.
Yeah.
All right. Now the second stage, number 2.
Start your watch.
The second stage is oppression. Now what happens on this oppression is because you start getting wore out, thinking of all the stuff
that's going on, keeps you up.
And you start having different things like
you're breaking
down, and your body itself is breaking down, and it's from the things that's happening to you, and then they have different types of sleep disturbances, starting to get lack of sleep. What happens when you don't get sleep in a long time? Well, just talk to my wife. She don't get real happy about it. She got to have that at least that 8-9 hours of sleep a day, or she gets she just don't feel right. So
okay.
So these things right here take its toll, and it usually starts creating stuff like some depression and stuff like that, anxieties, depressions. Now, when we're going to start linking this in to the obsession of it, which is a stage 3. But what happens? You start developing this mental problems, and there's a class. Let's stop right here on this. There is a difference between a demonic infestation and some sort of mental illness. Now, people develop some sort of mental illness due to this demonic presence doing these things to them. So, not everybody that has mental illness is being possessed by the devil.
That's right, and not everybody that's possessed has mental illness, so to speak.
Yeah, so to speak.
They develop it.
They're wore out.
Yeah,
that's where we go into step 3, the obsession. The person is preoccupied with everything that's going on, lack of sleep, wore down from the attack constantly over and over and over, and then all of a sudden the person will become isolated from family, isolated from work, isolated from everything. Because now, what happens whenever it's like anything like during wartime, divide and conquer. You separate that person from its main resources, and the next thing you know, you have an easy target to attack. Now, what happens on this right here, on the once they get attacked, and people start thinking, man, they something's not right with them. They're just acting crazy and all that kind of stuff. But they're actually being attacked, and they're worn down. And then there's there's 4 stages. I'm sorry. And then so now they really getting into this mental aspect of what's happening to them. And then once that happens, then it could all stop if people would just get back, get their mind strong, their body strong, and stuff like that. And they're like, well, they can't help it. Well, the contrary to this is stage 4 now. We're in stage 4, the possession part. Contrary to popular belief, a person's free will is never really removed. That's why, if you'll go online and look at all the different types of possessions and stuff, they're telling these people to fight, bring your stuff back, because you still have your free will, But they've been bombarded so hard. Everybody has a breaking point. Some people may not have experienced it yet and think they don't, but everybody has a breaking point. And once they get that to that thing, they still have their free will. And then all of a sudden,
then they just give up.
Then they just give up, and then the spirit actually broken down enough to where you are able to seize control over that person's actions and things.
And then they're crawling up the walls, and
then stuff is really
real.
Hard.
It's real.
Then you have all the simple signs of a strong demonic possession. They still have their free will, but they don't think about it. So if you're getting attacked, remember, you still have your free will.
That's the one thing that we've always told everybody. Whenever they get into a house and they're saying, "Man, something's just getting after me in this house." Well, you've got to be strong. You got to stand your ground. You got to fight back.
You have free will to take care of it.
That's right.
So anyway, that's the things that needs to be done. Now, the test and stuff that they do to see if you have some sort of demonic possession. There's really more. There's more tests than you can shake a stick at. But the 3 big ones is that the first thing would be some sort of so you got somebody here that's possibly possessed. Would be a hate of religious items, certain things.
Holy water, crosses,
Bibles. This is of the Catholic religion. I haven't seen. Now, just about every religion around
has some sort of possession,
and some sort of way to deal with it. Now, there's of their particular religious item, which brings up a subject.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Bigfoot head is a religious item over here in Mount Everest.
Yeah, for Tibetan monks.
Mm-hmm. I wonder what happens if you walk up there with the Bigfoot head and slap it on somebody who's possessed.
If you're possessed, let us know. We would like to try a different religion on you other than Catholic and see if maybe what
Christianity?
Yeah, other than Christianity, and see what would happen. And wouldn't that be a test? Walk up.
I don't know if you want to take somebody and just start using it with a guinea pig.
Well, no, I'd like to see it. See if it
if something happens.
Strictly on a scientific basis.
All right, so after we done hit our side note. So anyway,
of curiosity.
So, and then they seem to have some sort of a clairvoyant type thing, like knowing of hidden things that happen to people. Some people's deepest, darkest secrets, like, I ate a Snicker bar 2 days ago, and I don't really confess that to my wife. I didn't. But anyway, that's just using that as an example. or showing signs of abnormal strength in levitation type things. All these things are specific tests that they do. Knowing of unknown languages. So if somebody gets up there and just starts speaking, ancient Sumerian, I don't know how I'd recognize it, but
yeah. If it's not hick,
if it's not hick, it's not going to.
We don't. I mean, it's ancient to us.
We'd have to. Proper English. That's an ancient language.
Yeah, we don't understand that.
So we'll have to, have somebody examine that just to make sure. Now this brings up the thing: if you demon possessed, give us a call.
That's right.
We can help, or we can try to get somebody to help.
Yes.
That's what we're here for.
Been there, done that.
Now, while we're talking about this, we got to go ahead and throw out a couple different cases. The one, let's throw this out here. This is number. It's from South Africa. She was back in 1906. She was 16 years old, orphan. She had multiple things going on with her, especially being an orphan. That'd be a pretty tough life over there back in 1906. And she was possessed. They did a exorcism on her. Unfortunately, she had her things ended up pretty bad shape, but she would have different stuff. She'd speak unknown languages. She had a thing of kind of like clairvoyance, and then she also had a big disdain to blessed objects, holy water, crosses, stuff like that. And let's throw this case out here too. We can't do this without having this one. People ought to know. Okay, I'm sorry. We got to swap pictures again. I done hit the wrong daggum one. All right, this picture right here that I'm fixing to show you. That's Clara Salee. This picture right here. All right, that's Ronald Hunkeler. Now, does that ring a bell to anybody? It ought to, because William Peter Blakely did a movie on that.
Yeah, from The Exorcist.
The Exorcist. That's one of the biggest things. So being honest, whenever he was writing that book, he was scared to do the movie because he didn't. He was like, man, this is going to wind up being some weird type stuff going on here, and he actually seen some things going, and it's kind of put him at pause at making the movie, but he ended up making it. And believe it or not, exorcism was really brought out to the light.
Yeah, and man, you had people joining the Catholic Church like you ain't never seen.
Yeah. Now, there's been so many exorcisms needed nowadays that they opened, the Catholics has opened, the Vatican's opened up the exorcism class to non-members, believe that or not.
And you can do the biggest part of it online.
Yeah. Now, we don't mind, we like to do it in person. If somebody wants to get us over there to Italy,
yeah,
we will take the class
and donations
to live over there, and we'll also need a little translator.
Yeah, Because what do you think the odds of somebody speaking hick in Italy?
No, I don't think that would happen. I don't think that would happen. So now,
all right,
that's pretty much about it. The stages.
Oh, okay. So is that it for the exorcism?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So you're gonna go to the next part?
Our next finished thing. How long we got? We running?
Well, we're running pretty close. We got story time.
Yeah, well, who knows?
No picture of it.
Story time.
Story time.
We can't do this now. How did we come up with story time? The thing of it. Well, guess what? It's part of the work that we do. And we'd always end up with some sort of weird things that happened. And as we walk in, they're like,
man, I got a story
time.
That's right. I got a story for you.
And
so we're going to give everybody a chance to speak their story. So we had, as immediately as I put the commercial thing out, we had a reply. And as you can tell, Miss McKinley, I will mail this off tomorrow. You got yourself a All Things Paranormal
ghost detector
magnetic refrigerator magnet. Yeah.
Because they don't like ghosts.
That's right.
Ghosts don't like All Things Paranormal, and they'll throw it on the ground.
And we're going to use your story next week.
Now, Don did a story last week, and we'll give you a brief history on that.
That was last week.
Oh, okay.
Now, it's a personal event of whenever I was attacked.
All right, so this time right here, I'm going to give a personal story, and it's probably not extravagant, but it's pretty daggone weird and pretty strange, and I never did come across the end of it. This is my own personal story, and it affected just me. I was alone on the weekend, nobody around, and I wasn't working on that weekend. And I decided to go down there to the place and go get me a Big Mac. All right, so, and I knew where I put my keys. Well, my keys wasn't there. All right, I walked, looked on the floor, looked everywhere. I had knocked the keys. There wasn't none dogs got a hold to it, nothing like that. So, shortly thereafter, I couldn't find my keys. It didn't take long, and I get pretty mad. Now I'm throwing stuff all over the place trying to find my daggone keys. My pants, see if it went through the wash, went through everything. And I could not find my keys. So, I keep on going. You know, my keys has got to be somewhere. I run out there, look, they're not in the truck, they're not in the ignition, truck's locked. Go around, just tearing up everything. You know, every place I've been the night before, you know, I'm going through where I come in, what I did with keys, and what happened to it, and all that, could not find it. Well, before I picked up the phone, and guess what? Anytime there's trouble, guess what you do? You call Mom. All right? So, before I picked up the phone, I called Mom and said, Mom, I'm going to need my spare set of keys. I looked up there on the wall, and guess what? My keys was there. Did I not look at them the first time? No, I looked at that spot. It had to be 6 or 7 times. Now, I don't think it was gremlins. I don't think it was, I don't know what happened to those keys. But they wasn't there because I looked 1,000 times like, man, I can't believe my keys ain't there. And then guess what? They're back. So, it's actually a phenomenon that people have that you go around looking, trying to find missing items that you had. Let me look at that real quick, figure out what it's called. That
Well, that also kind of might tear into a little part of it, like the doppelganger we've talked to about last week. You know, his doppelganger could have been looking for the keys and had them, and you didn't.
Well,
So.
I can't please pull it up real quick. But anyway, the keys were gone, and now I ended up getting me a Big Mac. But man, I'll tell you what, I was there probably 45 minutes out of the norm trying to find those keys.
So you think they just slid back up there on their own?
I don't know. I don't know. And you know what? It wasn't but a shortly time after that they come out with this show called The Langoliers. I think Stephen King wrote it, and it was about as you go through time, the ending of that time is just being destroyed by these things called the Langoliers. And what happened? These people missed through that time and ended up back in time. And then all the stuff from that second is still there, but it's getting wasted away. And then that's how different things was coming up. That's how they explained it. I don't think that was the cause. I think maybe something come through and messed with it.
Yeah.
because, like I said, I looked at it, you know, for a good 45 minutes. And there were my keys. I know it seems like something minor, but you know that was really an aggravating event.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't want to get off into something that's, you know, probably y'all probably heard before that, but that's a different thing that I've never told on this show before. And if y'all, I know everybody's probably had something coming up missing. If y'all got a different type of thing to know what it was, then you know, let me know.
Yeah. And man, if you got a story, like I said, email it, text it, video record it, voice record it, and send it via the ways like that. And if we use it on the air, you don't even have to put your name. But if we use it on our show, All Things Paranormal goes
Detective. Now that brings back up, since we're out here doing our show, we got our casting call. We don't have just about 30 seconds left. If you're a ghost, werewolf, vampire, witch, all that kind of stuff,
demonically possessed,
we want to talk to you.
That's right.
We'll put you on camera. We even put a little blind thing up there where nobody can tell who you are.
Yeah.
And come talk to us. We'd like to know.
Or let us know. We'll go talk to you.
We'll do that too. We'll take you out someplace to film where ain't nobody nowhere yet, because some people don't want to know any type of things.
There's Pizza Huts all over the place.
Well,
no, not anymore.
We don't have to necessarily use Pizza Hut.
Yeah, so, anything.
But anyway, there's well, we want to talk to you. You know, that's what makes this show the best, is that, you know, we'll talk to you.
Yes, it's for us, but hopefully y'all get a little something out of it.
That's right. You know, the more information we have, the more we get to do.
That's right.
The more ideas we have to get to do things. We don't have anything in the works just yet, do we? For
not yet.
Next long time show. I know everybody's got some vacations coming, much needed vacations. So, but we might be. Well, I know for sure we're going to be looking at something probably, maybe for a Halloween special.
Maybe
we might have to try to find something for that.
Yeah. Hey, if y'all want us to take it and do a Halloween special over around y'all for y'all's event or something like that, for y'all's house or something, let us know. We'll come over and do a Halloween special and transmit.
That's right. So anyway, we're going to cut this short. Well, no, we're going to cut this on time. This is John.
This is Don.
All Things Paranormal.